Let's got here, and it's time to talk about Witch Hat Atelier. And this episode was fantastic, not just because of how well it looks, the animation, the art style, the production, everything. We had so many beautiful scenes, but I really liked this creative or more like magical problem solving that we had in this episode from the girls we saw it here. And also very interesting things happening with Kifrey, and we found out the best way to defeat a dragon is with kindness. Like a really fun episode for so many reasons here. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, picks up from last week. We still have the girls trying to figure out a way out, running from the dragon, but it seems they're caught in this loop here, ending up in the same space there. And I like them taking a moments here to breathe, to hide a bit, to figure out a way to get out of this situation. But what I really liked more, the fight was cool, don't get me wrong, with the dragon looked fantastic here, were the character moments, especially Coco and Tetia were the highlight of the episode for me here. And Coco returning Tetia's hat, and we see how much Coco blames herself for everything that happened. Like, to a certain degree, yes, it's her fault. She ran off, put them into this situation, but having something like this happen to you, the shady witch guy, just the control, the everything, and we're gonna get to that guy also, but she's blaming way too much for herself. And I liked Tetia actually taking this responsibility for how she reacted in a previous episode. I talked about it in last video here, and Coco has this gremlin energy. She's so great. Instantly switching gears from that and talking a bit about her cloak, how she views it as the armor in that cute way here, and how it kind of gives her courage. The character movements, them going into that chibi form was awesome here. And thanks to this, we also see Tetia taking that responsibility and apologizing for just simply insinuating, even though she didn't say it, putting that blame on Coco. I really appreciated that quite a lot, and kind of want to see more a bit with Agot with this. She slowly is warming up to Coco even more after this episode, but I still don't think we're gonna address that elephant in the room with Agot pushing Coco to take that exam. We're gonna have to see. I don't know if they're ever going to address that, but I do hope they're gonna make Agot a bit less abrasive, for lack of a better term here. But back to Tetia, find out a bit about herself, her goals, what she wants to do, and how much she likes clouds here. And he even brings Coco into her work in progress spell with a cloud. They really bond a bit over that here, and saying she got the idea of napping as a kid. She imagined wanting to nap on a cloud and wanting this to make her own magic here. It's not finished yet, but it's going to be the key to get them out of this this place there. But before they can talk a bit more, Agot steps in and she starts instantly giving pointers. This doesn't work, you should do this, you should this. You know, that type of person that always has to find problems in everything and anything here. I do admit at some points I'm also like this there, so I can relate to this with Agot there. But also back to reality a bit. We need somebody like Agot in this group a bit here. Without her, they probably would have been lost. Like the others are much calmer to talk a bit, but sometimes you need somebody to bring a bit of dose of reality, especially in a situation like this. So how exactly they're going to get out? And what I like here, Agot instantly like, we need to find the casting seal. I'm like, okay, maybe if last time we would have listened, been a bit calmer, Coco could have told you about the casting seal, and this time she's finally able to say it. Hey, I saw it there. Again, the character interactions were great, and what I liked about Coco, she actually finally got a bit more courage to stand up to Agot, to speak her mind a bit more. Agot is like, okay, we're gonna use fire, we're gonna beat the dragon. No, fire didn't do that much damage. I like Coco actually saying that to Agot, and Agot actually accepted it. She understood, and I feel like Agot understands when it's more technical, realistic, objective facts, things, logical things. That's how you reach Agot there. But Coco has a brilliant idea, saying she has a plan, not to beat dragon, but make Tetia's dream come through the dragon here. Make a bed of clouds, have the dragon to pacify it a bit, to distract it there, and warm bed wins pretty much everything, which it's kind of true, especially after a hard day or some just wanted to relax, just sitting in bed there. It's very, very tempting to say the least. And I liked this because if it would have been another series, we probably would have seen the main characters, the group, finding a way to beat the dragon. Which I like that in other series, don't get me wrong, but I don't think Witch Hat Atelier is going for this, or at least this early into the series, to have the girls somehow being able to defeat the dragon, get out of that space alone, figure out every problem. They problem solved here in this episode, they survived, they found the best way within their own capabilities and situation to deal with this, but they didn't one-shot the dragon, and I really like this quite a lot, and it made the problem solving, the magical problem solving, even more interesting. Like, majority of the episode is them working through this plan, working together, finding ways here. And what I liked quite a lot about Coco, she was actually worried about the dragon wounding itself when it crashed there, and she cares about magic itself, creatures, everything. That's why I think she has this oblivious innocence to her, and I really like characters like this. They're a pain to deal with if you're part of that group, but it's very rare to find somebody who views the world with so much open-mindedness, curiosity, and love for things here. But she wants to also bring happiness with magic and show the dragon a kinder magic there, and it blew Agot's mind having somebody like this. It's kind of very similar to Freeran and Zeria situation in the series Freeran. I'm not gonna go into spoilers. Different perspectives on magic and viewing the world, and I really liked that that quite a lot. And Agot being stun locked, slowly being whittled down. Coco kills Agot with kindness, basically. We have the dragon doing the same thing with the dragon, but I feel something similar is also happening with Agot there. But they still have to find a way to actually put that plan into practice, to make it a reality. And they slowly go through it, and they get the idea to use sand for a cloud, break down the materials around them here. Riche, like I said, she's the one who can cast fast seals to make the sand, all of them working. What I liked here, even though slowly warming up to Coco, it's very true. And I kind of appreciated this quite a lot. I was saying, when Coco, what am I supposed to do? No, it's too early for you. I don't trust you yet to handle a spell, especially in a situation like this, which is very true. It's definitely way too early for Coco, and I do hope at some point we're gonna get her actual wand here. But this also was an opportunity for Coco to learn more. While the others were working, she started looking at them, kind of stealing information, absorbing information, just pre-drawing in the air before you do a circle, forms, and things. I really liked that moment quite a lot here, and we see her working, and Agot also couldn't really figure out the spell here, but thanks to Coco working, she finally able to make a stable fire ball here, and this sparks light bulb moment there for Agot, the idea of repetition here, and we see them finally charging, and we're gonna expand with what exactly repetition means here. Man, the animation went wild here when they charge, instantly putting the plan into motion, setting up the spell, and the repetition was to return it to its form. They kind of basically made magical memory foam with the sand here. And the dragon, of course, liked it. There was great seeing them work together, the coordination, everything, the plan coming together, but the main problem wasn't solved. We have to name it. The first name was Dragon Disabler Caution, or Agot's own personal name, Serpent's Bed of Sand. I kind of like the first one more. The second one is more edgy, which I like edgy things, but the first one is funnier. And this was actually a great character moment and emotional impact for Tetia, making somebody happy with her spell here, especially the dragon, and also bonding her with Coco a lot more. And this is why I'm saying all of the magical things were great. The character moments were much better in this episode for me. While on the outside we see Ifrey in the alley kind of finds this space where they were, and on the inside the girls are finally able to get to the seal and break it, and it's a lot more dangerous than just simply breaking the seal. They see a way out, but it's not gonna be that easy. The dragon also shows up, breaking things. Agatha falls down. She actually panicked, didn't know what to do. She didn't have the shoes to be able to fly, because remember, she wasn't able to buy a new pair after she gave the first ones to Coco. So things to keep in mind. More and more things are connected here. She falls down. Coco instantly tries to grab her. Panicked here, the dragon almost eats Agatha. I'm like, how is she gonna be safe? There's no way they're gonna kill her, right? But then at the last moment, Kifrey jumps in, flies, saves her, and the way he cleared the sky there, just pure magic. I really like this, showing how powerful he is and made magic very imposing and great here. And the way he casted that golden water giant dragon just made the other dragon just fly away in fear there. It's just fantastic. They made magic so great with the animation, the looks, the design, everything. And of course the original, the creator of the manga, of course, just great way to showcase problem solving for people who aren't really ready to take something on this level yet, but also somebody coming in to save them, showing what's actually possible with the magic in this world. And that was great, great there. But thanks to this, the shady witch guy kind of takes a hold of Coco in that black and white way. Just looked very ominous, saying, did you like it? Did you grow from this? Are you ready? I can't wait for you to be ready, and gives her a gift. Now, I don't know what that gift implies, but getting a gift from somebody like that brings in a lot of question marks. And I'm really curious, what exactly is he planning for Coco? What does he want from her? What does it mean? So, of course, the big mystery of the series here, and saying, I'm giving you these things Kifrey can't teach you. Now, what exactly does that mean? I don't know. Is it forbidden magic? Is it something else? Something about the world? We're gonna have to keep watching to find out there. But after this, he actually doesn't take her with him. He lets her, the others find her here. We see her waking up, instantly worried about Agatha, if she's okay. Of course she is, and starts breaking down, crying again, feeling guilty with everything that happened. I appreciated what Kifrey did. You did well comforting her. The idea is as important as the spell casting. The others told him what happened inside there. And speaking of Kifrey, we know he's kind of like the problem child of the magical world, but what he did here made me even more interested into his character, into his backstory, motivations, and his connection with the brim caps, because the old guy Nolnoa comes in and Kifrey asks him to check the ink in the debris to see what's made up, what happened, how this worked, everything. They're kind of investigating. Tells him, don't tell the Knights Morales. This is probably the magical police or something. And the old guy was like, no, but I have to tell them in a situation like this. And the look Kifrey gave him is like, if you say anything, you're gonna get fucked up. Like, the look in his eyes there, the seriousness, makes him even more interesting there. So there's a darker side to Kifrey here, so I'm very curious to find out more about him and everything that's going on in the world. But yeah, we had a fantastic episode in which had Atelier, great animation, the fights, the magic, the power system, but the character moments were the main focus for me in this episode. So I'm really curious what you guys thought about this episode. What do you think about the series so far? The comedies here, the characters, the story, the mystery, the suspense, and we're eating really well. Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Witch Hat Atelier. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye bye.